Yeah, good morning children. Let us start with Rama in exile. Already I have explained to you that how Bharat had visited Rama when Rama was in exile. Exile means I told you he has left his native place and he was in the forest for 14 years, isn't it? So that time what happened? Lakshman was climbing the giant tree and he was observing because the hermit means the sage came and gave the information that many people are approaching towards the place where Rama was living. So when Lakshman just got up to the giant tree, he observed that a crowd of people, especially Bharat, was there. So he was very much scared and he told Rama that Bharat has come to hurt him. But what did Rama say? Rama scolded Lakshman and he said, no, Bharat has not come to create any problem. He has come to with some good message. That's what Rama is saying. Finally, Bharat will come and Bharat weeping bitterly flung himself before Rama's feet. So we will continue now. We will see next what happens. Now Bharat, just falling at the feet of Rama, said, Dear brother, he said on my return from visiting our uncle, I was shocked to find that my poor mother had forced our father to drive you into exile and keep the throne vacant for me. But O Rama, out of grief for you, our father, alas, is dead. Overcome with grief at learning about his father's death, Rama at first did not answer, but a moment later he burst into tears and the two brothers embraced each other. But brother Rama, continued Bharat, I have come here to assure you, I will never take your place. Return, dear brother, to your rights and reign in fair Ayodhya. I have promised for full 14 years to stay in exile. Shall I then break my oath and prove untrue unto my holy promise? Nay, brother, plead with me no more. I will not break my oath, nor leave this forest till the 14 years are past. Please return to Ayodhya and rule in my place. But this I promise you, I will not live my years of exile in idleness. I will spend them so that they shall shower rich blessings on my people. In vain, Bharat entreated. Rama stood firm in his purpose. Then Bharat, bending to embrace his brother's feet, begged of him his sandals. If you will not return, he cried, and I must rule in your place, then I will never sit upon your throne. Your sandals only shall occupy the royal seat beneath the white umbrella of the king. Bharat will rule only in Rama's name. With unselfishness and love, the two brothers bade farewell and Bharat returned to Ayodhya. Therefore, there, for 14 years, the sandals of Prince Rama occupied the throne beneath the white umbrella. All men paid homage to those sandals. Never was Bharat tempted once to be untrue to his elder brother. So what happened here? Now, Bharat came, met Rama, and he understood that Rama's exile was because of his mother Kaikeyi, Bharat's mother Kaikeyi. So he was very sad about it. So he wanted to just bring back Rama and give him the place of the king. So what happened? He came there and he said, Dear brother, he said, on my return from visiting our uncle, I was shocked to find that my poor mother had forced our father to drive you into exile and keep the throne vacant for me. But O Rama, out of grief for you, our father, alas, is dead. So he has given a very sad message here. What he said? I had been to my uncle's place for a visit. When I just came from my uncle's place, I understood that my mother had troubled you and she has sent you to the forest so that I should occupy the throne. But he is saying to brother Rama, Oh Rama, I am not at all interested to be as a king there. I want only you to be there. But there is one sad message here that because you came to exile, what happened? Father was very much worried about it and he was dead. So he died. Father is died. Then Rama came to know about the news that his father is no more. He was very, very, very sad about it. So what happened? He started crying. He started bursting into tears. Means he started crying. So that because he was away from his father, isn't it? He could not even see the father at the last breath. So he was feeling so bad about it and he started bursting into tears. So overcome grief at learning about his father's death, Rama at first did not answer, but a moment later he burst into tears and two brothers embraced each other. So when Bharat saw Rama crying, what did he do? Even Bharat also started weeping and both of them embraced each other. Embrace means hugging each other. But brother Rama continued Bharat. Again what did Bharat say? I have come here to assure you, I will never take your place. Return, dear brother, to your rights and reign in fair Ayodhya. So what did he say? I am going to assure you, at any cost, I am not going to occupy the throne. Who has to occupy? Rama only has to occupy. So you only should take the rights and you should rule Ayodhya. He went on pleading Rama. Bharat started pleading Rama. I have promised for full 14 years to stay in exile. So then Rama, what did Rama say to Bharat? No, Bharat, I cannot come because already I have promised that 14 years I will be here in the forest. I will be in exile. Shall I then break my oath and prove untrue unto my holy promise? So what he said? Shall I become untrue by coming back to Ayodhya? Then he said, no, you don't have to break your promise. Oath means to take promise. So he is saying, Bharat is saying, no, you don't have to take a break of the promise. So he is saying, plead with me no more. I will not break my oath, nor leave this forest till the 14 years are past. So what Rama is very strong. He said, I will never break my promise or oath. I will never come with you till I complete my 14 years in exile. Please return to Ayodhya and rule in my place, but this I promise you, I will not leave my years of exile in idleness. So Rama is saying, no, I cannot come for this 14 years. This 14 years, you only have to take care of the throne, means the kingdom, so that you will be ruling it better. And then he said that I will never come for these 14 years. And not that I will not be just keeping idle here. I will be praying for the people of Ayodhya and shower rich blessings on my people. So he will be praying to God to shower blessings on his people. All his people means people of Ayodhya. So that is what Rama is saying. I will never come back now till I complete my 14 years of exile. In vain, Bharat entreated. So what happened? Bharat had no choice. So he had to just go as per the words of Rama. Rama stood firm in his purpose. Then Bharat, bending to embrace his brother's feet, begged of him his sandals. So what did Bharat do? When Rama was very strong, Bharat could not do anything. He could not bend. So what finally he did? He just bent down. He bowed down his head to take blessings of Rama. And he touched his feet. Whose feet? Rama's feet. And then he said, please give me your sandals. Sandals means the slippers what he was using. Why he asked for the slippers? Now let us see. If you will not return, he cried, and I must rule in your place, then I will never sit upon your throne. So what did he say? I will never sit on your seat or your chair. Why? Because that is meant only for the king. So who will be the king? You are the king. I cannot sit in that seat. So he said, at least I want your sandals. Sandals means slippers. So that I will keep that under your chair. So that I can imagine that you are already there. Ruling the country. Ruling that place. So if you will not return, he cried, and I must rule in your place, then I will never sit upon your throne. He said, Bharat strongly said, no, I will never sit on your throne. Your sandals only shall occupy the royal seat beneath the white umbrella of the king. So that means the throne is called here as white umbrella. So normally the kings will occupy that place. So what he said? Instead of you, your sandals will be occupying that place, but I will never take that chance. Bharat will rule only in Rama's name. So what did he say? I will be there. For 14 years I will take care. But I will never use that chair or that seat. But I will take care of all the people of Ayodhya. In whose name? In Rama's name. In your name I will rule. With unselfishness and love, the two brothers bade farewell. So what happened? They were so loving to each other, affectionate. So what happened? Finally they said, okay, we'll see after 14 years. So they bade farewell, means they just left each other. And Bharat returned to Ayodhya. Finally what happened? With great pain, Bharat came to Ayodhya. There, for 14 years, the sandals of Prince Rama occupied the throne beneath the white umbrella. So what happened? Just below the chair, what was there? Instead of Rama, Rama's were there, stating that Rama is only ruling the place. All men paid homage to those sandals. Never was Bharat tempted once to be untrue to his elder brother. But all the people, they were so much respecting Rama. So what happened? They all just every day used to pray, used to just salute the sandals. And Bharat never was tempted to become a king then instead of Rama. So what happened finally? But when the 14 years were up, with Lakshman and sweet Sita by his side, Rama returned once more to fair Ayodhya. There, amidst the loud rejoicing of his people, he took at last his lightful place upon the golden throne beneath the white umbrella that served only for the king. So finally what happened? After 14 years, Rama returned to Ayodhya along with Lakshman and his wife Sita. So Rama returned to Ayodhya, and finally what happened? People were so much happy, they rejoiced, they danced, everything, and they just greeted Rama back to Ayodhya. And finally Rama took the throne of Ayodhya and he started serving the people of Ayodhya. So that's the end of the lesson. So adapted and abridged from the Exile of Rama as told by Oliver Buper Miller. So let me stop it here. We continue in the next class.